Hey everybody, welcome to my live video. This is Chaz Smith here. I'm just waiting for people to tune in, and I prepared a small presentation, and I hope that you enjoy. I'll just be with you in a few minutes, just letting viewers tune in. I see 4 of you watching. Hi Felicia, hi Kathy. Hi Marie. Give it one more minute and we'll start. I think a little bit of tonight will be helpful and beneficial. I think that it will be purposeful for some of you. I know Valentine's Day is a day often of celebration, and some of us not so much. So just give me one moment and I'll be right with you. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and thank you for being interested in what I'm sharing, and I hope that some of what I have prepared for you tonight will be of use. Yeah, be right with you. Just hope you're enjoying that nice calm music and de-stressing a bit. Maybe think about what Valentine's means to you, and we'll chat, we'll engage on that, and okay. So hey everyone, thank you for joining me on this Valentine's Day. I hope that you are celebrating in some small way, even if you yourself don't have a Valentine's. Maybe you could be your own Valentine's today. As cheesy as that sounds, it is absolutely true. So first of all, I want to introduce myself. If you don't know me, my name is Chaz Smith, and I'm an advocate here in Calgary. I'm the president and CEO of a nonprofit called Be the Change YYC, and my mission in the world is just to spread a little bit of kindness and a little bit of hope. And I know what it's like to feel hopeless, and I know what it's like to need support. And so I put this small presentation together tonight because I wanted to offer some tips. And Valentine's does not always need to be about having a love with another person, but maybe it can be about a love for ourselves. And I think it's important that we remember that and go with that. So in saying that, I have prepared a small presentation, and I thought, I was thinking of you if you're watching, and you have nothing to do this evening, or maybe you did have something to do, tune in and, like this video, send some hearts, share this video. Maybe there's some friends out there that want to, drop in and have a conversation, or maybe there's some friends out there that need to hear some of the presentation or the message that I prepared for you all tonight, because I truly was thinking of you and when I prepared this. So here we go. So first of all, sorry about that. First of all, I wanted to say, Valentine's is about loving yourself. I know we all hear that day to day, but what does that really mean to love yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you care about yourself? Do you do things to make yourself feel good? When you think of yourself, do you think of positive things? Do you have healthy self-talk in your mind? So this is important, and I'm just going to look at the comments because I wonder if you love yourself and what that means to you. Do you love yourself? Do you? What does that mean to you? Let me know in the comments. Let's kind of chat a little bit about this. Okay. Pardon me for going off screen for a bit. I just wanted to check out what the messaging was happening here. So first of all, hi everyone for watching. The question right now is, do you love yourself? And what does loving yourself mean to you? I'm not seeing any comments right now. So let me say, when I think of myself, I smile. And that's not always true. There are some days where I really frown, and some days where, I just want to go to bed. But let's be real, do we love ourselves? So thank you, Marie. Marie says, being unapologetically myself. Yes. So being yourself, your authentic self, and not having to apologize for it is what Marie is saying. So she loves herself. And I think that's beautiful, and that's absolutely true. So, yeah. First of all, it's Valentine's Day. Do you love yourself? Be your own Valentine today, right? So let's move on. So, what do you think of this statement? Self-care is a priority and a necessity. It's not a luxury. So, it's been a pandemic. We've been playing this game for a year now. Do you practice self-care? Because I know if I don't practice self-care, I'm no use to the people that I serve. And at Be The Change, we've been serving close to 1,000 individuals per month. We've been, having to Narcan people that are literally dying on the streets. And, and even if our stress level is not that dramatic, and COVID itself, have you recognized that being in a pandemic worldwide, we're all sharing a worldwide trauma? What that means is if we have any other trauma, it now has been reactivated. So do you practice self-care? So self-care is a priority and a necessity. In a pandemic, none of us have a luxury of not practicing self-care. So I'm giving you permission right now to practice self-care because it is a priority. So I'm not sure if you can see that here, but self-love is asking yourself, what you need every day, and then making sure you receive it. So it's Valentine's Day. So if we're going to be our own Valentine, have you asked yourself, what do you need? Like, truly, what do you need? You know, and this is a practice that you can ask yourself, you know, every day. But when you ask yourself, do you make sure that it happens? So, you know, part of that, I think, is, do we validate ourselves? At least for me anyways. You know, we all have these strong emotions, and what do we do to love ourselves? Do we push those feelings away? Do we validate them? Do we allow them space to be validated and accepted? You know, a pandemic has, you know, created a mass trauma for so many of us. And there is so much that we need to acknowledge and validate. And it's okay to not be okay. This is a-okay, right? So, yeah, ask yourself every day, what do you need? And I'm curious tonight, if you're going to be your own Valentine, what do you need? Is there anything that you think you need right now? You know, maybe this video isn't it. Maybe you got to get up and, you know, go practice some self-care right now. I don't know. But be your own Valentine. Love yourself. This is so important. So, one of my favorite things here, and I think this is really cool. This is something that was taught to me, and it's something that I hold dearly. And, you know, your body has some mechanical pieces to it for real, right? Bye, David. Your body has some mechanical pieces to it. You have a sympathetic nervous system and a parasympathetic nervous system. These are designed, gonna floss tonight. I love it. Small things, right? Small things, my friend. Small things. I love it. So when we're stressed, we have this sympathetic nervous system. You know, your pupils expand. You get fast and shallow breaths. Your heart pumps faster. Your gut stops working. The blood flow is actually changing in your body because you're preparing for a fight or flight moment. You know, when we're in a pandemic, the sympathetic nervous system has been activated because your body has been told that there's danger. And so you're reacting to this danger. And so this produces increased blood pressure. We feel anxious. We feel more stressed. And this is your body's way of communicating to protect you. And so validate that and allow that space to be there as well. But what I want to say as well is you have this parasympathetic nervous system. This is to calm you. So your pupils shrink. You get slow, deep breaths. You're able to breathe, calm. Your heart rate slows back down. Your blood pressure will drop. Your gut starts to be active. There's a saying, rest and digest. And this is that parasympathetic nervous system that's working here. Your whole body is connected, and it's there to protect you. So you have two responses, one or the other. And so when I say practice self-love, are we acknowledging where we're at, and are we giving ourselves the love we need, or are we sending ourselves these healing, calming messages to the parasympathetic nervous system? Are we saying it's okay to calm down? You know, it's okay to take deep breaths, right? Your body's designed to be this instrument that protects you, that fights for you, but we need to sometimes just slow down and really relax. So, you know, what does that mean? I'm going to show you here. I just have a video in the next clip, and this video here goes into an idea called EFT, or emotional freedom. It's called, or tapping, right? So she'll explain what tapping is, and it's a type of way of literally triggering that parasympathetic nervous system to actually create these nice deep breaths, to re-engage that digestion, and to calm your nervous system back down. Because especially now in a pandemic with mass trauma, your body is fighting. It is totally fighting to keep you alive. So we need to tell it that it's okay, and we need to send it some healing messages. So check out this app. It's actually free that you can download. I'm not pushing a product here at all. The only idea I'm sharing here is how can we stay calm, and how can we practice self-love. And this is what I do personally every single day for almost a year. And it helps me through some of these traumatic experiences, along with talking to my friends and loved ones. So Marie, thank you so much. I love how she says we need to exhale, because often it is that exhale that we're forgetting. We need to exhale longer than we're inhaling, and this triggers that parasympathetic nervous response. So let's go into what is tapping. What is EFT? It is a type of thing you can do yourself. This will go into an app called The Tapping Solution, and she'll explain it herself. So here we go.
Welcome to The Tapping Solution.
So I think that, first of all, her name, she will introduce herself. She works with a team of doctors, and sorry, what I'm looking for right now is I think that the volume is down too low for you to hear what she's actually talking about here. So we got to turn her up, because I really want you to hear what she's saying. I think it's important what she's saying. So here we go.
This is Jessica Ortner, and welcome to our How to Tap area. Here we'll provide all the information to help you get started right away to use this incredible stress relief
It's only like 2 minutes.
that will really benefit your mind and your body. Now in this video, I'm going to show you where the tapping points are so you can get a visual. The first point is the side of the hand, and it's the karate chop point. So tap on that fleshy part. The next point is the eyebrow point, and it doesn't matter which side of the body you tap on. Just pick a side and tap where the beginning of your eyebrow begins, right on that hair. I hope you're tapping along with me. You're gonna follow that bone until you're on the side.
It's not as crazy as it might look. Try it.
Then underneath the eye, again, staying on that bone. Underneath the nose.
Oh.
The chin point, which is actually the crease between your lip and your chin. Your collarbone point. I like to just take my whole hand and tap where a man's bow tie would lie, and you'll stimulate the points. Then underneath the arm, about a hand width from your armpit. Then you end with the top of the head. Those are the 9 points in this tapping algorithm, and that is 1 round. So what you do is you begin by saying the setup statement. The setup statement is, even though I have this problem, so even though I have this anxiety, even though I have this headache, I love and accept myself, or simply, I accept myself. A lot of people feel resistant to this. They say, why would I ever say I accept something that I want to get rid of? Well, it's our inability to accept a feeling that usually keeps it stuck in place. By saying the setup statement, it sets us up for the rest of the process, helps neutralize any judgment we have around the problem. So you say the setup statement 3 times. Then you tap on the rest of the acupressure points while simply saying how you feel. It's not about the fancy language. It's about being honest with how you're feeling, bringing that up in your body, and tapping on that acupressure, on these acupressure points. Again, sending that calming signal to the brain, letting your brain know that even with this thought, you are safe and it's okay to relax. So let me give you an example of what one tapping round may look like. If you are stressed around, say, a deadline, you would tap and say, even though I feel so stressed around this deadline, I love and accept myself. Even though I feel stressed around this deadline, I accept myself.
Accept myself.
Even though I feel stress around this deadline, I love and accept myself. Whatever variation of the setup statement you'd like to use is perfect. And then we're going to tap on the rest of the points just while we vent. So it goes something like this. The stress around this deadline. Side of the eye, I have too much to do. Under the eye, it's too much for one person. Under the nose, all this pressure that I feel. Chin, this pressure I feel to do it perfectly. Collarbone, this pressure around this deadline. Under the arm, all this pressure around this deadline. Top of the head, all of this pressure. It's as simple as trusting your intuition and really just giving a voice to the tape you're already playing in your head. You might already be having that panicked conversation. Now have that conversation with yourself while stimulating the points to really see a difference. You'll get to the point where you can say these things, you can think these thoughts without having the tension, the physical response. And that is where the real change happens. Well, I hope that is enough to help you get started. Continue reading here to get more information, and welcome to the tappingsolution.com.
So that was Jessica Ortner and her brother, her partner as well. They end up doing lots of the tapping things. They walk you through it, and they also have different doctors and professionals as well. Some of you who have done therapy in the past might recognize some of these processes as, that you see here in EFT from ART or EMDR, which are other types of therapies that help people experiencing, post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms or anxiety. And so this is a free app that you can download yourself called The Tapping Solution, and that's on your iPhone or Android. And you can just, it's 5 to 10 minutes, and it really sends that signal to the parasympathetic nervous system to calm you down. And this is what we all need. And if we love ourselves, if we want to be our own Valentines, we need to definitely do that. So one of the other things that that I do personally to love myself and practice self-care is essential oils. So I just want to say, first of all, essential oils are not going to protect you from COVID. So if people are trying to sell you this idea of that, don't believe them. That is absolutely not going to happen. Essential oils are great. They smell nice. They're smells, they're scents, right? Some have, purposes like mint and stuff like that. But, this is about engaging a sense, which is your nose, right? Because when we're experiencing anxiety and that sympathetic nervous system is, overactivated and it's like racing you around, what can be helpful to ground you, to calm you back down is using your sense. And your nose is a powerful, it is a powerful scent that can, help you with that. So another tactic, if you're experiencing anxiety and stress, can indeed be, think of 3 items in the room around you. Point at them, look at it, and say what it is. Go to the next item and look at it, point at it, say what it is, because we're engaging our mouths, our eyes, and our minds, and we're re-engaging those senses to pull ourselves back into our body and calm the system. So essential oils, I personally like lavender. I find it calming, and peppermint, I love that fragrance as well. So yeah, they're not going to protect you from COVID, but they might help you with anxiety if you use it as a way to practice to calm yourself back down. So another few things that I personally like to do here is, for real, have a bath. Like literally have a bath. Calm yourself down. Some heat. Just re-engage those senses on your body. Those tactile feelings. I personally love having bath, and if you feel adventurous, maybe drop some lavender drops into your bath with you. Throw in some Epsom salts. Make it a ritual. Do things that make you feel good. If you love yourself, you will be able to love others much fuller. So don't be afraid to practice that self-love. That is so important. So moving on to the next topic we have here. If you just don't know what to do and you just can't calm yourself down, one of the best tips I think I had many years ago is just try and go to sleep. Reset your body. Maybe your day's done, but calm yourself down, right? If you can fall asleep, you can put yourself to sleep. Maybe you can re-engage in the next day. So this is some great tips, and along with EFT or tapping, I hope that your Valentine's Day has been good, and I'm glad that you took some time to join my live video as I, kind of share my Valentine's Day evening with you, and share what works for me, some tips that work for me, and I hope that you continue to discover and what that means for you, and what works and what doesn't work, and it's okay. So just love yourself and be your own Valentine. So what I'm gonna do is open up the floor to any comments, questions. Maybe you have a skill or a tool that helps you calm down that I didn't mention. Maybe there's something that you really, really want to share that's on your heart that will help. Let us know. Let the viewers know. You matter, and your skills, you have skills, so share them with us. Share them. Self-care is a great message. Thank you, thank you. Those deep breaths are for real. Yeah. And we need to exhale. Yes, yeah, Mary. So I'll do one last exercise with you before I head out, and maybe feel free to comment what you do to calm yourself down. But there's a 5-7-8 technique, which I do, and I've actually taught. I remember I was at this one outreach place. There was a lady there who was experiencing withdrawal because she was deciding to stop using substances. And, I'm not a therapist. I just have some skills that I've learned. And, so she was literally like shaking. So you could see that sympathetic nervous system. I always struggle saying that word in particular. Anyways, it was heightened, and she was shaking. Her heart was pounding. And so this is a 5-7-8 technique, which is you breathe in for 5 seconds, you hold it for 7 seconds, and then you breathe out for 8 seconds. What is the most important about 5, 7, 8 is the breathing out. To breathe out longer than you were breathing in. So maybe you can do it with me, but I'm just going to do it here. It might look silly. The tapping might all look silly. Maybe this is all gibberish, but I'm game with that. Maybe it helps one person, and that's the goal. So let's try 5, 7, 8 together. So we're going to breathe in for 5. Hold for 7. Breathe out for 8. And then you can do that again, or resume your breathing. But you should feel the parasympathetic nervous system kick in, and you should feel a sort of calming sensation. There are some mechanical ways of telling your body to calm down. I believe tapping and breathing are one of them. So thank you so much for everyone who is tuned in to join in tonight. If you have any tips you want to share before I log off here on what you do to relax and practice self-care, feel free to comment. I mean, this is about you, and I want to hear from you. Tell me, share with me if you feel like it. What do you do to calm yourself down? What do you do to practice self-care? Yeah, so the best tips I heard tonight were being unapologetically myself was one of the comments. And someone's gonna floss. So I think my job here is done. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you had a great Valentine's Day, and I hope you're being good to yourself. I hope you're speaking good words to yourself. I hope that you're taking that mantra that you speak towards yourself, and that if it's a negative mantra you hear inside your mind, I hope that you're fighting that with speaking good, positive, loving things towards yourself, because you deserve it. And, I'm just going to leave this with love and light. And be well, practice love, practice light. Hey, bye, guys.